Her Excellency Hajia Ami. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I hope everybody is doing well today. If you've not subscribed, kindly click on the subscription button. And also remember to click on the notification button so that when I'm online or when I drop educative post, you would be the first one to get notified. So I'm just going to pull up one of the stories we have for today. I would like you to hear from the victim's voice, so that way you would have a clue of what is really going on. All right, I'm just opening that up right now, and I'll just go ahead and play the victim's voice note, so that way you all can have an idea of what the victim is going through.
Sis, thanks so much for the attention given to me today. And thanks for posting my short story on Facebook. My name is, I was born in 1989, married since 2014, December 27th. So the short story I just posted on your Facebook inbox this evening is the summary of what I have been passing through with my husband. And last year, 27 December, makes it 8 years we got married. And honestly, to be sincere, I can't even say we've had sex close to 6 times. Because he has been giving series of excuses that he doesn't want to have another child apart from the little girl I gave birth to. We've contacted so many things, so I'm not saying myself being attracted to him anymore, but this time around, I've been raising this issue, going to different pastors, family calling us together, but he seems not to understand, and I just need my peace and I want us to be separated. Thank you.
So, you guys heard from the victim's perspective. You heard the voice note I just played to you guys. There is a lot of messages that she sent over. I don't think we need to go into that. I'm just going to go ahead and say things from my head, what I remember, because I did have an interview with her, and we went over what was going on. So, like I stated before, I would like you guys to pay attention to what I'm saying, so that way we would find a better way of advising this victim on what she needs to do. Sometimes, believe it or not, I always tell my victims that I know you've made up your mind. You just want someone to okay it for you. Sometimes that's what people do. However, I always like to say things out here, so that way you all can give it your own view, because we all have different views on how we think things should go. All right, I'm just going to off this. So, I spoke to the victim, and unfortunately, she was going through. I'm just checking to see if everything is fine online here. All right, so I spoke to the victim for a long time. She did explain to me that they've been married for a long time now. Like you heard her state that they've not had sex for the past 5 years. They've been married for, I believe, 8 years. They have a daughter together. And after that, the husband stopped sleeping with her. He stopped having sex with her. And I went on asking her questions. What's going on? Did you guys have sex before marriage? She said yes, they did have sex before marriage. And this case is from Lagos, Nigeria. She stated that they had sex before marriage. He was into sex, so it was not something that he would say, oh, I do not know how to have sex. I mean, somebody has a 5-year-old together already, so what do you expect? So I went on asking her what happened before you guys, got to that. Because from her conversation, she stated that for the duration of their marriage, she can recall that they may be had had sex only 6 times, 6 or 5 times, I believe was what she stated. So I was like, hmm? And she stated, yeah, her family were aware of this. The pastors were aware of this. However, the husband brought a friend home that stays with them, and also another guy that stays with them. She stated that most of the time, when those guys are there, the husband goes into their room, stays there, like for the time that he's supposed to be with her, he would stay there, and then when she's sleeping, it's when he comes into the room to come and meet her. I mean, I find that kind of awkward, weird. I asked, are those people family members? She stated no. Like I already told you, Hajia. One is his friend and one is somebody I don't know from where he brought them, but they do stay with us. Do you think he has a girlfriend? She stated yes. There was a time that he found out that the husband had a girlfriend, and why she had to search his phone was because he was insisting that she had to pay part of the bills, and stating to her that, oh, they both are like co-tenants and they have to make sure everybody's paying the bill. And she was like, but I just saw that you gave your side chick money, and here I am, you're taking money from me to make sure that we are catering for our family. Why should I be doing this when you can have extra to give somebody out there? And he stated, that's what I want to do, and that's how we have to do it. That I'm the husband, you don't tell me what to do. So from that conversation, she stated, we bought a house together in Abuja, because they were living in Lagos, I believe, and then moved to Abuja. They got a house together in Abuja, so they own the house. I did ask her, do you have your name in the property also? She stated yes. So she was like, every time they do want to have renovations and things like that, he would tell her that she had to put money into it. But she was like, honestly, I don't even know what's going on with him. He's always giving that woman money, but with me, he always takes from me. So I said, okay. And then she went on by saying that sometimes they take showers together. So I'm like, you both take shower together and you've not had sex for the past 5 years? She stated yes. So I'm like, what's the point of taking the shower? She's like, well, sometimes she wants to see if he's going to do something with her, but like he would refuse to. So out of curiosity, I was like, okay, so if you're in the shower, does it look like he's moved or anything is standing up or anything? And she goes, no. But when they wake up and they both are on the bed, she's like, yeah, I could see that he's fully awake. But if I do touch him, he'll refuse to have sex with me. So I'm kind of confused here because I don't know if it's what I'm thinking. I'm sorry. Is he gay? Could he be gay? Or could he be doing both ways? Because you never can know now. With the crazy shit I keep getting in my inbox these days, it seems same-sex too are doing it in Nigeria right now, because I don't know what to say. In the past, it's not out there, but right now people are making it more obvious that this is what is going on. So what do you guys think? Because I'm a little off with this one. 5 years, no sex, living together as husband and wife. I asked if there has been domestic violence. She stated yes, he's hit her in the past, and they had to, forgive each other, move on, but he's always still emotionally, abusing her. Well, this is sexual abuse too, whether you like it or not. There's a lot of abuse in there. There's financial abuse too, that it's in there, and then spending time with his friends that he brought into the house. What does that say? Because if you're spending time with your friends and waiting for your wife to go to bed to sleep before you come on the bed, then it's like a problem. So When I asked her more, she was like, he stated to her that if he does sleep with her, he might not have the glory that he's supposed to have. So what does that mean? What kind of glory is that? That when you're married and you have a child, you're not really supposed to be having sex. I don't see where it states that in the Quran or in the Bible or with even the tradition. So I'm kind of like off it right now. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm talking about. So give me your suggestions. What should she do? I know she already made up her mind because she stated to me, she said, I love you. That is why I came to tell you my story. I know some people would think I'm crazy, but I endured because I'm a woman. I'm an African woman. I wanted to keep my home, but I knew that there was no home anywhere. She said, right now, I'm going crazy. My blood pressure is so high. She stated that I'm always in the hospital because I'm dying emotionally. So my own thing is, why get married to someone if you're going to frustrate them? I always call this generation sick generation. We are lost. I'm sorry to say, but that's what it is. A lot of people are. Some people are lucky to have been with the right people. Some people are not lucky. They ended up with jackass. Some people came into the marriage with bad intentions. And believe it or not, sometimes people would say, oh, didn't you see the red flag? What sort of red flag is here now? I mean, some people would say do not have sex before marriage. Obviously, they had sex before marriage. So there was no red flag for her to say, oh, he's not going to sleep with me after we get married. Because some people would be like, oh, there should be a red flag that you should have seen. Why would you marry somebody that cannot fuck you or sleep with you? Oh, well, for all I care, there was no red flag in here. So what do you guys think? Is there something that you are seeing that I'm not seeing? Because here, I'm a little confused because if he also has a side chick, so could it be that he's doing both ways? Because she said he's so into the two guys that he brought into the family. Well, they stay with them, you know? So I do not even understand why you should have two friends in the house in the first place, whereby you only spend, he does not even spend any time with his wife. It's only when she's sleeping that he comes to bed. So what sort of life is that? Why get married to somebody to frustrate them? Because I'm really confused with this case. Because I do not understand. Because what is the point of getting married to her? So now they have a child who is old enough to see what is going on. I mean, that's how kids start emulating people. I'm not saying that they would go around and tell the child what they're going through, but kids see things, believe it or not. Even if mama does not say, oh, daddy is doing this. I mean, she already stated that there was abuse, there was physical abuse in there. So the child has been exposed to other things too, whether we like it or not. So we need to start coming into our union with good intentions. If you know you're not ready to be with someone, why waste their time? Why frustrate them? Look at things going on now. Medically, she's sick. She's going crazy, whether we like it or not. It's not everybody that can stay without sex, yes. Some people can. I can attest to that. Some women can stay for a long time. I know men cannot, and I can always say that at any given time. But I can tell you that women can. Women can keep themselves for years. I can guarantee you that. However, this is somebody that does not want to do that, so why punish her? What do you think is going on? I want to see your comments. I want your questions. Maybe we can figure out what is going on. And also, I know she already made up her mind because she was like, the pastors keep telling me to, keep my home. Obviously, there's no home to keep. Why is it that when we have problems as Africans in a marriage, we do not address who the perpetrator is? Why is it that women are always told to keep their home, even when we know they cannot keep their home by themselves? Why? Because obviously, with the little that she shared, it seems to me like the guy is the one that has the problem. I did ask her if you also are looking okay. Because sometimes some women get married and forget themselves, or they have children and feel, oh, I don't need to take care of myself. You do need to take care of yourself. However, am I saying that that should be an excuse for him to be doing what he should be doing? No, that should not be an excuse. If you have a problem with your wife's appearance or the way that she looks, you need to talk to her in a nice way. If there's something that you want her to wear, you can buy it for her. Hi, honey, do you mind wearing this for me? There are better ways of doing things. I wouldn't appreciate anybody to just say, oh, you're smelling. Oh, look at how you look like mama. No. There are ways that you can approach somebody and they will be glad that you did. So, because I'm trying to pinpoint what is going on here and I cannot really understand it, but I see a lot of lack of wanting to be responsible in there. We have a culture, whether we like it or not, as Africans. So culturally, as the head of the family, they say he needs to provide for the home. Yeah. So here we have him doing the American style 50-50 already. And he is still having money to give to a side chick. Where are we going? Where? This generation, I don't know what to say. I mean, I know from the days of our forefathers, they've had this side chick thing going on. But I believe the forefathers remembered to care for the home. But here I do not see people caring for the home anymore. Why? What's going on? So leave your comments down below for what you think about what she had stated, because to me, there's no marriage in there. And to her, like you heard her say, the last thing she stated was that she's out. But she just wants other people to know that things like this are happening. Because sometimes people would say, oh, somebody's just cooking up a story. So write your comment down below. What would you have done? Should she leave? Is there any way to rescue the marriage? Do you think this is a marriage? What do you think is going on? What could be the problem? Because to her, she stated, I do cook, I keep the home clean, I pay bills, I care for him. Whenever he's home, I actually go and try to, see if we can both have a good time together, but he's always refusing because he's always stating that his glory will go away. So does this have to do with jazz also? Voodoo? Or what's going on? Because I'm confused. It's a case that I kept looking at and I did not know what to say. Because, I spoke to a few of my teams and they also were like, is she telling the truth? But I don't like it when people question the victims. A lot of times people go through hell. The fact that you and I have not been in their shoe does not mean you should say that somebody's lying. You do not have to also be a victim to advocate for the truth. I believe her. Now, which way out? Which way forward are we saying? If you do have any comments, kindly write it down. I'm just looking to see if there's any comments here or any messages. So let me know. Other than that, I would like to wrap it up. It's a short one for today. But probably I should also talk about love. You see this thing called love? You have to know the aim. You have to have a purpose of why you want to be with that person. This Valentine's period taught me a lot about what we as parents should also let our kids be aware of. My 9-year-old son, 9, he's just 9, and he came up to me and he stated, Mom, I do want to get things for my Valentine crush. He's 9, yeah. As a Nigerian American, I kind of like said, Because here is my Nigerian culture talking to me, and here is my American culture also speaking to me at the same time. But at this point, I had to be myself, let him talk, respect, whatever was coming from him. I do know he's a child, so I needed to guide him appropriately, yes. He told me all the presents that the crush wanted. I've met her before. She came for his birthday last year. So, again, I'm putting this in to teach you guys that if children can think like this, how more about we adults? So, I'm not trying to bring in race here, but I just wanted to bring this in so you guys can have a picture of what I'm trying to explain. So his crush is a white girl and he's a black child. Yeah, he's American. She's American too. Some parents might be racist with that. I am not. Also, some parents might be, well, the Nigerian parents will be like, you're just 9. You're supposed to be thinking about your education and not talking about girls. Did I do that at that point? No. I got his list. He insisted that he had to follow me to the store. That was how he was into making sure that he got the right things for his crush. We went to the store. He got those things for her. He took it to school for their Valentine's party in their class. He came back the next day and stated that she stated she wanted some things. And he insisted that we had to go to store that night. And I told him I was tired. But I saw that look on his face, how desperate the child was to make his own crush happy. And I was like, wow. It taught me a lot of lessons. And that look on his face made me get up. I mean, I was in pain, I was tired. But I didn't want to fail my own child because whether we like it or not, I want to be a good mother-in-law. So I got up, we went into that store, got the things that we needed to get. His sister too was like, oh, I found this. Do you think she's gonna like this? I mean, he already gave her the present, but he wants to give her more. So am I trying to say that giving stuff should be love? No. But we'll get to where I'm going to. We came back home. He was like, I think I should wrap it again. Valentine's Day is over, but I think I should wrap it. And I was like, it's your call. Do whatever you think you want to do. He wrapped it. His sister helped him too. And later on, he came back to me and he stated, Mom, did you have a Valentine's crush at my age? And I laughed. Remember my Nigerian roots. And I told him that, no, he stated why. I was like, because I was not allowed to. Culturally, you're not allowed to. So I had to tell him I was not allowed to. And he was shocked. Then he stated, but you listened to me. You followed me to the store twice to get the things that I needed. I said, yes, I did. However, I still want you to know that nobody's having a girlfriend or boyfriend in this house until when they're 16. And he looked at me with that face like, what are you talking about? So what I'm trying to say today is, even as children, they think that this person needs to be treated with dignity. This person needs to be treated better. If a 9-year-old can think that, okay, I'm not saying that buying people things is love, but if he can think at that age, what will make her happy? Haba, what is going on with our own generation? What is going on with our own generation? And then I see people always saying women should teach children, women. No. It's not only one person that had the child. Yes, sometimes you might end up with having a child with a jackass. We all have experienced that one, maybe a guy, or you ended up with a jackass guy or jackass woman. You have them in different forms. However, if a 9-year-old can think in that direction, that somebody needs to be shown love, I think we as adults needs to start thinking that, what am I supposed to do when I'm with this person? And not just how do I hurt this person to still keep them. I do not believe that people should stay with people and be hurting them. So if you do have any questions, you might kindly put your questions down. If you do not have any questions, I would like to wrap it up. However, I just told you that little story about my son just to remind us that when we want to love somebody, we have a choice of doing that. And when we want to harm them also, we have a choice. So all these abusive things are learned. Okay? People have the choice to love and they have the choice to harm people. So I will leave you with that today, for you to choose the right thing to do with people. And if you do know that you do not want to be with them, at least do not harm them. I hope you guys have a good one. Thanks for coming to the space to watch me. Kindly leave your comments down below for what you think she needs to do. Or if there is any other suggestions that you feel can rescue her marriage. I know she stated she's done. However, sometimes some things might happen and maybe some people can rescue some things. So, hey, leave your comments down below. Thank you and have a good one. I love you. Peace out. Bye.